right, man, let's talk about Errol Spence saying that I put it in the shorts and on my TikTok. So make sure y'all go check out the YouTube shorts or check out the TikTok. Some things I don't put on YouTube that I put on TikTok. So link tree in the description. Click the link. It'll take you there. Everywhere I'm at on social media. Instagram, TikTok, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the whole nine. So, he based Errol Spence, he was asked, the media gonna instigate. It's pretty much kind of their job in this situation. He was asked who made this fight. Terence Crawford said he made this fight. One of my biggest pet peeves is people that barbecue in their front yard. Black people in Detroit got that really, really bad. Don't invite me if you barbecue in your front yard. Stop being ninjas out here and clean your backyard up. At least barbecue on the side of your house or in the back of your house if you don't want to barbecue on grass. Please. That is one of my irritating things about ninjas out here. But so he was asked if Terence Crawford, Terence Crawford said he the one that made this fight. Errol, when they said he the one that made this fight, he said that he offered him more money than they originally bet in Oklahoma City, and the bet is off because he took money out his own pocket more than that. He said, I believe he said way more than that to make this fight, and he made this fight happen. He said the wigs upstairs, the white collars, didn't think he was gonna give that money up to make the fight happen, and he did. Now, we pretty much went over to why he did that, right? He heard them footsteps in the dark, and, despite PBC trying to control the narrative and trying to regulate these boxing streets, and they tried to get, guys out here, these fake-ass managers, these fake-ass Puff Daddy Combs managers, talking about, I seen the contract, take that. And they was trying to deter people. They was trying to, for one, real quick, they tell the hardcore fans that you don't matter. But then in the next breath, they try to go to the hardcore fans and try to pull a Jedi mind trick on us like we Mr. T and they Eddie Murphy. And what was it, Eddie Murphy Raw in the lyrics, he talked about Mr. T. Like, dude, them Jedi mind tricks don't work on guys like me, Blood Boxing, Lion Killer Podcast, Town Business Sports and Entertainment. Dude, we've been watching boxing too long. We know all about y'all politics and how y'all lay it and how y'all play it. We ain't, come on, man. We know all about the historical fanboyisms and all the tricks to the trade, bro. We know. You know what I'm saying? We know. Bushido boxing, we know. We all been around the sport. We just ain't popped up. We've been fans of the sport. And we've been, aficionados of the sport for quite some time. Before this internet shit popped off. And you could tell who has. So that little Jedi mind trick don't work on us. It work on them casual fans. It work on some aerosexuals. It'll work on some Terence Bud Crawford fans. But real fans, look, like I said, oh, Crawford gonna lose. What you gonna do? Hey, the same thing I did when Roy Jones lose. Damn, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It felt like the world stopped the day Roy Jones lost for me. But it's life. There's more than boxing and more to life than just one fighter and this one incident. And some incidents seem like you can't bounce back from. And I've been there. You can bounce back from it. What they say, God only give his strongest challenges to his strongest warriors. Whoever you pray to, whoever you believe in, you just believe in the universe and energy, that's just the way it is. But, yeah, he only give his strongest battles to the strongest warriors and shit. So, it is what it is. It ain't the end of my shit. Like DJ say in, what's the movie? I was just watching Hustle and Flow. It ain't over for me. Keep hustling. Come on. I can pimp Skinny. He said, DJ, did you really know Skinny? Nigga ain't know that ninja. But yeah, I mean, shit, he did that because his own community was against him. And then furthermore, even on the internet, you seen channels that support Errol Spence not make content in months, years, almost a year. They bowed out of the action. Now they back like cooked crack just to get the little bit of money that's there. And if he win, then they gonna flood the street with content. They gonna talk about it. If he lose, they gonna do their clan rally. Oh yeah, mine, we love Errol. It don't matter, mine. He defeated the car accident, mine. He defeated the retina injury, mine. This fight would happen back in 2017, mine. At least before the he would have destroyed Bud, man. And if he win, this all after the accident. We built different in Texas. In the accident, the fight wouldn't have win 90 seconds. That's how they gonna play it. But him giving that money up, that's because I think he found some affection for Terence Crawford. They got to talk. They had some things in common. I be telling y'all, a lot of y'all ninjas that y'all be beefing with over nothing, over money, over broad. I understand the money aspect of it, but over broads and over petty shit, y'all just naturally got beef, whatever, because the nigga's a hater or you a hater. A lot of y'all times y'all be having a lot in common, but a lot of these dudes ain't man enough to go sit down and talk about it. And sit down, get on the phone and talk about it. Everybody want to go through somebody and oh, Bob said this and Bill said this and Deontay said this, instead of sitting there and talking it out like men. And if y'all can't talk it out like men and y'all come to blow, so be it. At least y'all attempted to talk it out like men. At least y'all attempted that. So, right? But nonetheless, man, but yeah, you know, he's like, yeah, I definitely gave the money back, gave him some money out of my pocket. They didn't believe I would do it. My thing is this: why, you know, you got to get money out your pocket? Al Haymon got all this money to throw around to Canelo Alvarez. He couldn't throw Crawford a little bit of extra, and he went against the grain. I never go against Al. Well, he went against Al Haymon because he heard everybody talking about him. He heard everybody talking about him. That's what it was. He heard all these people in his community, the people that was diehard Errol sexual, stop, you know, pumping him up. And for Al Haymon to send him out the ring 16 months over this is hilarious. But then let Errol tell it. It's Terence Crawford didn't sign a contract. It wasn't no contract, like I continue to tell y'all. It wasn't no contract. And Errol keeps, oh man, it could have happened last. No, it couldn't have. Who I fought last at the end of last year? Fucking Frank Martin. That's it. You know, that's who fought last year. That's it. That's who fought last year. So he said he had to give money up, and they didn't think he was gonna give the money up. He said it was way more than $1 million that they bet that he gave up to make this fight happen. And like I continue to say, bro, I don't know if he want a pat on the back or whatever, but he didn't do it. You know, he did it because he was tired of getting embarrassed in these streets. And I think he wanna prove some things. And when your ego get touched and it get challenged, especially when you feel like it ain't your fault, and your advisor, the guy who really running things, should step in, and that's pocket change to him. You know, he should step in and he should make up the difference. You know, and Errol Spence is definitely to be I don't want to say celebrated, but he definitely should be trying to look for the proper word. You know, he definitely should be, you know, whatever the word is, I can't look, it's early. But he definitely should be, you know, I tip my hat off to him for doing that, because he didn't have to do that. But then again, you know, Al Haymon should have stepped in with the money. And Terence Crawford, you know, should also, you know, kind of tip my hat off to him a little bit too for sticking with it. But then again, how many other options did Terence Crawford have? So really, he kind of had to stick with it, because you couldn't get Errol, you couldn't get Jermell, all the fights that you wanted. I mean, you could have went out there and cut a deal with Tim Tszyu, but that's still contingent on Jermell. You could have went to go fight Virgil Ortiz, but what's that's going to get you? Jerron Ennis, you know, they really don't want to fight, because Showtime got a lot of money invested in him, or time, just in dates. So you don't build him up to break him down like that. And, you know, beating Terence Crawford, is that going to make Jerron Ennis a superstar? It's going to make him a world champion and known, but it ain't going to make him a super duper star. You know, so, but yeah, I mean, shit, he said he gave some money up to make this fight happen, and, you know, Crawford probably felt like he gave some ground up to make this fight happen as well. But it shouldn't even have to come down to him giving up no money, man. When you talking about Al going around offering $50-60 million on Canelo Alvarez, It shouldn't even have come down to that. Let's call it what it is. It shouldn't even have came to that. But that just lets you know, once again, that Al Haymon just didn't want this fight, and everybody knew that. And if Errol win, he gonna prove Al Haymon wrong. And Al Haymon gonna act like it's all good. Errol lose, then, you know, is he gonna be in the same shit house as Gary Russell Jr.? I don't know. I can't call it. And nobody just seemed to know why he in the shit house. Heard he asked for welterweight type money. Him and Kenny Porter and them niggas like to live in the amateurs. This ain't the amateurs. You over 10 years in your career, dude. You ain't Errol, you ain't Terence, no matter what you was then. You know, Carl Darkins and all y'all, Demetrius Andrade, y'all niggas living in the past. Y'all living in the past, so. But yeah, I mean, shit, I think they tip my hat off to both of them because, you know, the same people y'all call Slave Master Bob, he was willing to make this fight. He was willing to work with Al Haymon to split the bill. But the brother in Al Haymon didn't believe in the brothers. But he believed in two Mexicans, Canelo and David Benavidez. So let that sit on your mind real quick. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, TikTok, Amazon Music, the whole nine. My link tree, the first link in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.